All righty. Leave that in studio. All righty. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Johnny No Shoes, MyFishTanksAquatics, and I am April 4th, 2025, with our MyFishTanksAquatics afternoon coffee and just chatting. So hope all is well. So hopefully that took care of that initial noise. There we go. There we go. It's much better. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. So you enjoyed the intro, or are they stream starting soon? We are waiting for people to get into the chats. As you can see, I've been working on my OBS setup so that I can do multi-streaming. Be happy. Somebody can give me a video and audio check when I'm hearing it sounds good. All right. Go to my OBS and check 1, 2. Up it a little bit there. Hopefully that'll not be going too high. Craig, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Sweet. I've put the link up at the top. We're gonna try. If anybody wants to come up, they don't have to, but eventually somebody will. And it worked for Jeff and I last week. So 3 a.m. there. It is 11 a.m. my time. Eating apple pie and chocolate. That's not a healthy breakfast, my friend. But I fully get you. Okay, that's why it looks like that. Wait. But yeah, you know what? Why we're waiting for more people to get in here. It's only taking 4. All right. I'll work with it. It'll pick up. I had yeah, I've been working on this since last night when I got home from work. I'm eventually going to have some additional things going on, like a point redemption system, stuff like that. So, like, you guys can kind of like what you did with Rico. You could put like certain things on me or redeem certain things, and so I've only had a few Dunkin' Donut pulls this morning. There we go. Sorry. Tried to move it quietly. If Cody can't go tonight, we will maybe I'll just do a Rumble stream. I don't know. So, really? I got everybody else's. Okay. Cool. He says should be yes. Just let me know. Just let me know. All right. Cool. Hi, Cece. Thank you for coming. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm waiting for some more people to get in here. Oh, folks, show your faces today. There we go. It is completely 100% Endler guppies in there. And then I only have swordtails and coolie loaches in the one behind me. Should eventually hook up my other camera. I'll have to look at that again to see how I would go with it. There's nobody here, and I don't have any mods over there, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, just so you know. Yeah, I love my hex tank. Well, only one that I got, but it definitely is I'm gonna probably have to get like some Osmo code or something. I meant to look upstairs before, but then I got downstairs and I started to work on stuff. So what was that? Oh. But I ended up like I did a massive water change on it. I'm gonna be doing a massive water change on the 55 too, and the one upstairs. Just to kind of monthly thing. And then but I did a massive water change on this, and it's really going good. DJ Guppy Fish. Playing it around on mute. Wow. That's odd. Yeah, 15 minutes in. I mean, Stream Elements hasn't even come up yet. So there must be a lag in the internet. I didn't do a speed test today. Lunch with the wife. That's Always cool, always cool. But oh wow. Very cool, very cool. Had the hood stand. This one had the hood. We paid like 100, maybe 100, or it's a 25 gallon. And I think we paid $80 for the tank lights. It came with some that sand that's in the bottom. And the sand that came here in the bottom, right there. And then oh yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, 400 liters. I'm trying to think here. I gotta convert. Gallons. Oh, well, that's 105 hex. Wow, that's a big hex, dude. Actually, it'd be 106 gallons. It says U.S. liquid. So, good quartz. I know how many cups that is too. Oh, it's yeah. But I ended up doing, like I said, a massive water change, and I had to. It was the tannins were driving me nuts. I took the wood out of there too. Cody gave me the wood, but uh, big and bloody heavy. Yeah, I know this thing was heavy, and it had just that Stony Creek sand in it. So, which I like that sand, but it is now deemed and staying the Endler. Sorry if you hear some. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I should have muted it before I did it. Probably up my volume a little bit. There we go. So I need to adjust the colors on this. I want to make it more my brand, like with the purple. I just got to figure out how to do the CSS for it. I'll probably leave like the print white. I do like the way Jason from Primetime Aquatics, him and Joanne got theirs set up. It's like transparent with the green, like teal. Looks really cool. And it's definitely a slow start for me today. Let's see here. Yeah, still at 5. And not everybody's telling me they're here either. Maybe what I'll do is try to figure out a way to put like a counter or something up here on my stream so I can see it right off the bat. That's right. Don't forget to hit that like. to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Put that in there. Need to make one for that. But I will not do that now. Don't forget the like button. That's right. Come on, jump out from behind the bush. Yeah, that's I appreciate my lurkers and replay crew. I really do. So awesome. There we go. Green Machine, Sweden. Nice to see you, Magus. Thank you for coming. Hi, Magnus. Oh, what? They're not sliding in and out. Ooh. Okay. Wanted to make it so that the mess just slid in and out. There we go. All right. I'm caught up again. So, like I said, official. It is the Endler Hex 25-gallon and Hex or 25-gallon Endler Hex tank. I did a quick TikTok about it. Not a whole lot. But I'm going to be knocking down the tannins in that tank. And like I said, get everything. I'm going to get these two other tanks after between streams. I got to do a setup of mine and Cody's show for tonight. So what I did, I made like a starting soon screen, a my need to keep those separate cameras and stuff so that so thank you for coming, David. Appreciate it. Don't work too hard. Mr. Jeff, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'll have to do some tweaking of this now, so no problem. All right, emotes are working good. Put all those, I think, and just make it my assets. Figure it out later, though. I'm not going to play with it now. Saying hello to Cece. Oh, wow. Oh. Sounds like you got a lot of work. Yeah, when I put the endlers into this tank, I decided not to put under gravel filtration in this one. So give me one quick second here. All right, it's going to be in the, yeah, I can imagine. And I see, if I get this right, Dan Heerden. Hopefully I said that correctly over on the Twitch side. Nice to see you and thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and feel free to chat. Eventually someday I will have a all the fancy stuff. Oops. Jose, nice to see you. Thank you. All right, let me grab the link for you because Stream Elements is not doing its thing today, which I don't know why. Well, it's set up for 10. Yeah, I'm trying to build up the Twitch. So I'm just doing Twitch and YouTube. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to bounce between them. Maybe I'll do Rumble on the side. Trying to find some time during the week to do it. But let's see here. Eventually need to go and let me do this. Doing everything through. You've been putting out some good videos there, Mr. Jose. What do you think? You think this tank would pass the Discus North clean water tank or clean water? And if you guys go to my MyFishTanksAquatics, the website, there's links to all the stuff. Should come across here on YouTube. Second. So Dave, if you keep Oh, there we go. All this. Fish are good. Awesome. Albino Corys. Yes. Dave. Whoop. Sorry about that. Yes, Dave. Thank you. Well, the one is tannin, so I gotta the one behind it. You can kind of see the tannins in there. Whoops. Through this tank. So Twitch, why that one did not go into there. So let me do this. Text, and now let me. And Dan, if you keep tanks, please, fish tanks or anything like that, let me know. Go ahead and chat in here. I've got both going through, so into a using Social Stream Ninja to get my chat, so I can see your stuff when you post it too. There we go. Oh, hang on. We're gonna remove that message. That kind of sucked the butt. Oh, there we go. Our Twitch. There we go. That message will look better. If one of the mods want to grab my fish, or just go to MyFishTanksAquatics.com and you can go to the links. There's a link for whatchamacallit, Fish Fam. So that I can get it, my links through there. Yeah. Well, the wood, it was very tannin from the wood, but my plants looks a lot better now since I did that water change too. Like I said, though, I think I need to put some Osmocote in there. Just this one will only take one pill or one thing, one tablet. Yep. A little TLC makes your fish happy. Yeah, I don't mind the tannin that I got from, but the wood, like I said, I took it out and I kind of feel bad because Cody just gave it to me, but it just leaching so bad. I gotta probably throw it in a bucket. Maybe I'll take it outside and let it, or just let it sit outside for a bit. I don't know. And Tommy, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Guys, if you're not following these guys, the Aquatic News Network, the Aquatic News Network, I can talk. Please do. They're building up his channel over there on Rumble and here on YouTube. So yeah, I think you should be good on the storms today, right? If I remember correct. So yep, it's on both Rumble and YouTube. So right now I only have, this is Endler guppies in here. I'm calling them mutts because I don't know we don't know exactly what kind he had. But I do have some regular female guppies in here. They were purple ones that I bought. The male died, so I put them in there with the Endlers, figuring they'll be breeding soon. Down here, nice thing is they don't they don't eat their fry, so they'll get good and big, and they'll get breeding, raining there. And then the tank behind that one is a 55-gallon dirted that has swordtails in it right now, and coolie loaches. I will eventually have just sending me lemias and mollies to go in that tank. So, and that is the 55-gallon live bearer tank, as it's being called and dubbed. And then I have a the hex is 25 gallons. I know it doesn't really, looks less, but it's the way my cameras. But it's what I was gonna say. Oh, and then I have the 46-gallon bow front upstairs that has an under gravel filter in it with some Amazon sword plants. So kind of watching to see what happens. You know, that one, I'm trying to see if plants do well. They're hanging in there, not doing great, but I think with a nice heavy duty water change, it'll be good, real good. So that's the only 3 tanks I have right now. I don't really have a whole lot over here. Sorry, I need to look at the control room, because we do have the link at the top if anybody wants to come up. I suggest headphones, but we worked with it with last week without it. So, and I will have to make a weird, don't get not showing it. Oh, it's probably because nobody's come in yet. Jeff, were you doing a albino male bristle nose when you send those? I know you were saying you had a bunch of bristle nose too. That one will go in the 46-gallon. So yeah, they will pick them off. Cool. I know I'm still waiting for it to get warm enough for us to be good, but it is what it is. And I agree, it's hard to find places. So I think, like, as these endlers go, get going. You know, I might do a giveaway on them to ship them, like a net full or something like that. So thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have a female already. Crystal knows. I just need a male to see if they'll spawn. Yeah, he is up early. Well, it's noon his time, so. Well, I appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah, there's a really nice one in there that might see if I can get in here enough to go over here. Whoops, yeah. Settings. And bear with me. I want to see if we can. Right. Where's he at? No, I just saw him. There he is, right there. That one right there is my one that my granddaughter, male, that she picked to. I need to come on. Bring it up a little more. There we go. And now we're going to go horizontal position. There we go. All right. So many things I can do with Video Ninja. It's so nice. I was able to come in on that tank. That is awesome. This one, 25. It's a hex. Hexagon. Only 25. The guy sold it as a 29, so we were fooled by it, but sorry. Happens. I was going to convert it over last week to a under gravel filter, but I decided to move the endlers into this tank and all the guppies to keep them all together as a species thing in this tank. I'll be able to get a ton of fish in here, and then if I need to get some out of there, I'll scoop a net full to ship. Watch for anybody to. Oh, that might be why. Yeah, it was done. Like I said, it's only a 16 by 22 panel. Sorry, it's a 9 1/4 panel. by 22 high, which makes it, I believe it was 25. So okay, very cool, and thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Stream Elements is finally working. So thank you for coming, J Rock. Appreciate you. And that's how we are doing our, that's going to be our official memberships. So the other one will be on Rumble. Like I said, I'll be doing separate stuff over there. Might just do a general talk stream over there where we talk about whatever we want. So if you wish to become a member for MFTAQ, that's the place to do it. I do have a Patreon thing that I'll show at the end. I've made it up because I already have somebody on there. I was shocked. I don't know what his channel is. So yeah, remodeling is always a fun thing. I get some people at the store that show me their they kind of show me their pictures as they're doing stuff. So I can kind of see what's going on. Jim's Fish, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. We're an hour in already. No, not quite an hour. 45 minutes. Sweet. Loving people there. And well, Dan, hopefully you give me a follow. That'd be nice to see. I think he's gone now. 6 out of 10 followers. My goal is to reach 10, and then from there I'll adjust that goal. All right. All right. Have a good, get a couple hours sleep. Craig, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Really do. Fish saying hi to Jose, and Jay saying hi to Craig as he's exiting. Gonna rip everything out except the tub. Wow. Hell of a project. Hell of a project. Yeah, I can't stay up that late, Jose. I'm on a CPAP machine, so it's I need to at least get a minimum of 6 hours. Ours was when we did ours 20 years ago when we bought the house. My neighbor actually said, "Hey, would you mind if I took that and recycled it?" I'm like, "No, go for it." Yep, I agree. That CPAP machine has definitely made my life so much better because it was my neurologist actually thought uh, checking out put me on that because he had was wondering. So, because I had a heart attack at 52. Yeah, it's 52. No, well, it's 2016. So and I'm 59 now. So whatever. Yeah, I think it might even been sooner. But it's yeah. Uh, just in the Twitch. No, I didn't try. And the funny thing is, you can even gift those memberships. Grab that YouTube. Somebody wants to join the panel there. Try this no BS again. I wonder, okay, let me go all the way back up to the top. Nope. Oh yeah. There we go. Drop that in the Twitch now. Because for some reason my stuff is not working through both. Eventually it'll get. There we go. I just like that it worked for me and Jeff last week. And Jeff, thank you again. I appreciate that. So Artem, thank you for coming. Let's follow over here to thank you for coming and tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you're from. Okay, you're from Russia, I see. I'll get to that in the chat here in a second. I'm going to go over here and follow you. This is sweet, sweet. Actually got some people coming in. All right, I gave you a follow. Looks like I'm hitting all the time zones. I dropped to Twitch and pinned it. House is built in 1918. It's a really cool home. It's a lot of character. That should definitely be cast iron then. So we are talking about fish, and those of you on the YouTube side, you have Artem who's on from Twitch. So he and thank you for coming. Appreciate it. You know what I didn't do? Some here. And since the end of the year on the 22, sweet. Well, yeah, we're talking about fish. So no, we're not talking. In my fish streams, I try to keep it out of my fish, you know, keep politics out of it. So I do a Rumble stream, but I haven't I'm going to be doing a Rumble stream, I should say. I haven't. That might be more open to that kind of thing. So yeah, we're talking more about fish right now. So hopefully maybe you got some aquariums. I gave you a follow. Hopefully you still follow me back. Maybe you'll find the videos interesting. I do a live stream every Friday. So it's just more chatting, just chatting kind of thing, so that people can, I can kind of keep up with folks, and I just like hanging out. So that's what you see me behind me is 2 tanks right there of my 3. But again, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. It's nice to. But I do open panel just for anybody who wants to talk with me, or just, like I said, we just. Have I been to Russia? No, I have not. I closest thing out of country I've ever been is to Canada. Yeah, my house is a prefab, so. Sorry, probably shouldn't be clicking my pen. Bratton, I am still debating. Probably not, only because of the fact that by the time I get home, because it goes 12 to 4, which is okay. I could sleep in a little bit to make it there so that I'm not tired. Some days I tend to only get about 4 hours of sleep anyhow, and I would have to leave at like 2.5 hours, 3 for me to get there. So I just I don't think I'm going to, because it'd be like 7 o'clock when I get home. So, and unless gas prices drop in the next day or two, I really still can't afford that. Price wise, I am going to make it at some point in time. So I know there's going to be a lot there, and I'm really hoping that one of these days I get to. So I don't know. Maybe if Cody's going, I can meet him somewhere or something. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. I do like the fact that it's a little later start, so I could leave it 9. Yeah, so I could leave at 9 and still be. Because I would love nothing more than to meet a bunch of you. So since I know I've got a good set of people around me, so the old school tuck point work is a lot of work. Oh wow. I think looks like it's leaning. Must be my camera. Over here and look at the. We are open panel today, guys. So old ceramic electric spindles. Oh wow. Oh no. Yeah, see, I didn't mind mixing. Give it some fresh blood. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Matter of fact, our Friday stream, me and Cody, it is going to be called Fish Talk. And it will be at 6 Central, 5 Eastern. So it'll be after, and we're gonna go an hour, but there's enough people, both, between both channels, even, because we'll do it the same. And eventually I'm gonna make a channel for it for our own, for me and Cody me and Cody will have access to it. But we'll be able to do things just like I'm doing here. So Video Ninja's really cool. It basically allows me to use OBS to stream, and it's funny how many people I have follow me on that TikTok. I was trying to keep it just fish people only, but it's not. Yep. Yeah, I try to keep some things completely away from fish. Like when COVID was bad, I kept that out of the picture because it just led, politics leads to fights. So I don't stream to fight. I stream to be friends with my fish folks. Like I've got Polly, the Saltero. We don't agree politically, but he also, we also keep it on Facebook. He does what he does. I just keep my mouth shut. If he was ever on my stream or I see him in a stream, we keep it fish related. We're able to still be friends and adults. So, and I won't stay my political stances within this channel because I'm not going to lose people again as friends. I lost friends right after the election because of that. Not here on YouTube. So, but like I was saying, if I do a Rumble stream, it's going to be a little more open. People want to talk politics, but keep it, and find a way to be civil to each other. That's all I'm asking. Just to be open-minded to what people are saying. Because us as Americans, we're better than that. All this division doesn't have to be. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. People have to, even with religion, people have to, somebody's Catholic, I'm Protestant. It doesn't mean that I disagree with you. I just see things a different way. So. I know. Politics hardly ever stay. I do get it. I mean, we could talk whatever we want. Food, Like I said, I don't know. I think Tommy's stream is on Tuesday, where he tends to lean towards him and Jim and Ozzy they had a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. And I'm hoping soon he'll be going back into the JFK files again because that was some cool stuff he was finding. So I think people just like what people need to remember is I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change mine. So we agree to disagree, state our points, whatever. We don't have to. But the problem is people get really rude about it. And they start calling names and saying, oh, you're this and you're that. And oh, dude. Damn, I'm going to have to definitely go back and watch the replay because we have, I'll be streaming if Cody goes, if he can go. Yeah. I don't think a I agree. Don't leave them in a 1-gallon bowl. I wouldn't go anything smaller than a 5.5 for a betta nowadays. That's just me though. I think I kept it in a because I bought it quickly. It was at Walmart. It was plastic. I don't even know. It was a little hex. Didn't last a day because of the stuff we put in. So you leave the politics for politicians. I mean, you still go vote, right? So I mean, at least vote. Hey, I'm proud to say my dad's a foreign-born citizen. He votes. He has green card and the whole 9 yards. He is a U.S. citizen. Went to school. That's why he came down. He went to school. Here, back to these settings. There we go. Get a little more gap out of the. Here. And that's. I'm up to 454 subscribers. And 6 watching. Wow. Very slow stream today. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I looked at um Tuesdays because we had some local stuff, and I looked at it and I um saw that there was nobody contesting, and I knew that, but kind of double checked the ballot and nobody contesting, so I didn't even go vote for that because pretty much they're gonna win. So yeah, I do. Usually, I see around. I want to say I usually see around 17 to 20. Nope, I agree. That's why I keep my mouth shut on Facebook. I just, I've thrown my comments out there and it's just led to nothing but fights. I just, I just, I just post my weather when I see stuff and for my county and trying to think what else. Jokes, dad jokes and stuff like that. So cool. You get to work from home, Cece. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree with Jose. Good for you. My wife can't stand more than 4 hours, so I don't know. It'd be nice if she could find something that she can do from home. Unfortunately, nobody will hire her unless she's bilingual. So sad. 57 years old. I think she's getting close to 50, 55. So I told her, retire early. At least you get a little something. Oh yeah. The local stuff tends to be really kind of really important though. So like we had a mayor during COVID. He put a 10 cents bag tags, plastic bag tax in our town, and then proceeded to pull it away because of COVID. And then I am in Woodstock, Illinois, which is basically, if you're looking at a map, I am 20 minutes south of the Illinois-Wisconsin border, 2 counties in from Lake Michigan. Counties to the left of Lake Michigan, McHenry County, and I am 55 miles northwest of Chicago and about 45 minutes away from Outdoorsman Aquatics, and I would say about the same for WHIP too. So I live in the town of it's the home of Groundhog's Day, the movie. Hey, Jesse, thank you for coming. Nice to see you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Yeah, I do. I get upset, but I just don't say anything about it because it's just not worth it. Look into reviewing scientific research. You need a college degree, but it doesn't really. Uh, yeah, I was gonna send her to billing school for medical, but apparently he feels it's too expensive. So, but and Mr. Jesse, fuck you. Couldn't help it. I love that series, by the way. So, I gotta say that was pretty cool. I did. It was cool. Somebody came in on Twitch, and everybody that came in, not I subbed both of them guys, and neither one of them subbed me back. There's a few people over there. I said it's One of the YouTubers I follow, that's what he does, is live streaming stuff. Maybe I should just start making videos like that and put them on Facebook, Jesse. If you don't agree with me on politics, fuck you. I wonder how long it'll be banned. Mr. Whip, nice to see you. Thank you for coming, sir. Funny. None of this stuff has come by from Stream Elements today. This is killing me, man. I put all that effort in to make sure everything was good to go for today. And I got nothing. Damn thing. That changes anything. Are you actually shipping that? You're gonna ship rock? That's gonna be expensive. Fix this holy rock. All right. Thank you. Jay, nice to see you. Yeah. I mean, I am definitely probably over subbed more than people sub me. I've been floating around the I think it's 450 that I'm at. Yeah, I've been floating around 450. I'm at 454 now. I've been floating around there for quite a while. All right. Have a good one. And thank you for hanging, Jay. Appreciate it. Nice to see you. Again, I do have the link up in the chat. It's a pinned one for Video Ninja. I do suggest headphones, but you don't have to. At least last week we didn't. I can throw headphones on if I have to very quickly, but the thing is you just have to set your camera and your just set your camera and your mic real quick, and if it's a phone, it has a big button to turn it around, so fairly easy to get on, and it worked really well. So as you can tell, my audio is pretty damn right there, like I'm sitting on top of the mic, and it's actually maybe that far from me. Audio or video looks great. You see all my dark and gray hair. MFT motherfucking Q. Yes, that's right. Huh. Yeah, they actually came out with apparently they've got a way. I haven't seen it come to us creators yet, but apparently they've got a simulcast coming, streaming, where you can stream multiple places. And I purposely went into there and commented, it would be nice if you allowed us guests. They would totally kill out the other rest of these companies if they can give us our own guests. So I'm hoping, because I've even had Stream Elements trying to do it so that it can be done through OBS, but I'm doing it through OBS right now, all by myself. So I don't see why they couldn't do this themselves with something similar to like Video Ninja. And it wouldn't be Twitch is adding something so that I could do it that way, and that would be free. But I don't want to go through the point of the things of Rumble like we had where you have to join and download apps and stuff like that. I just want to do it this way. This is why I tried it last week. I wasn't going to do that stream that way, but I was like, you know what? Let's test this out. I got to test this out with me to see if I can use it first. And then what I found out is I have to create a room separate from me. So it was kind of cool. It worked out real well. So yeah, and it does suck. So yeah, and I have it on my main page. But I gotta keep remembering to go back and check to see if anybody's come in on that link so that I can get them added into OBS here real quick, which it doesn't take very long at all. Cheryl, nice to see you. Lurking while getting things ready for the swap this weekend. So you're going to Quad Cities, I take it? As I was saying before, I don't know for sure if I'm going or not. So I was planning on it, but by the time I get home, we would be looking at 6:30, 6:45. It'd be a late dinner. Wouldn't get to spend any time with my in-laws. Oh, Mr. Curtis. Very, very cool. Back into this. Easier for me to. There we go. And there we go. Give me a second here. I see you there. We're going to OBS. Yes, properties. Paste. Okay, and there we go. Might have to unmute yourself, Jose.
Oh, I'm muted. Okay. Can you hear me at all?
I think.
Yeah. It looks like I'm unmuted.
Seeing audio. Oh, hang on. I know what I got to do. Let's do this. Transition. Now try.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
Nope, I'm not hearing you still.
Okay. Right. Everything seems to be clear on this side here.
See. This, that. All right. This seemed to work last week. There we go.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yep. Now we got you.
All right. Yeah, and I'm at lunchtime now at the hospital, so I probably have about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. I said, let me figure call and hang out a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
I said we tried this last week with me and Jeff, and it worked pretty well.
Oh, so this is another platform, Video Ninja?
It is a free platform.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
So you don't require an app or anything for it?
Nope, it's browser based.
Mm. Yeah, I cannot see any other chats on this end, so if anything, you can tell me if there's anything that I need to know.
When I highlight it, can you see it that way or no?
No, I don't know if it's just because the way I am right now. There may be something that I have to press to see the chat, but I don't want to screw it up.
Well, you know what? I don't know if it does or not.
Yeah, I don't want to screw it up. Then I can just leave. See, I just press something to see the chat, and I don't see myself. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't want to F it up and leave it alone.
No, we should be good. Like I said, this worked out really well.
I'm not the most tech savvy person. Trying to learn quickly, whatever I can.
Yeah. Be right back. Girl. There you go. You guys could hear. Okay, that was funny. You could hear him. I couldn't hear. Yeah, I had to unmute you inside my studio. Because they said Jay could hear you. No.
Oh, Jay's still here. I thought Jay was gone.
Actually, Whip, this is probably the last I'm going to be tinkering because this is what I've been wanting to test for a very long time. Me and Geek Boy tried it out a long time ago, and we had a bunch of feedback and echoing, and because I set it up wrong, and I kind of really wanted to do it this past weekend. So it's seems to be working okay.
Your sound on this end, it sounds good, and the video is, it's not bad. At times it looks a little fuzzy, but so overall it's not bad.
Got a little more there. Nice thing is I can control your audio too, so
Okay, that's cool.
so that it doesn't clip or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I'm using a headpiece here, so sometimes on your end it doesn't sound so clear sometimes, but it seems to be working out okay now.
Yeah, I just turned it down a little bit so that you're not clipping.
Okay.
Yeah, once we found out this last week that this was going to work, I was like, oh, yes. Because I can highlight chats. I can basically do pretty much anything. I just, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I think before you got here, I made a whole bunch of different things in OBS to do this so that I can run it through OBS, and it seems to be working good. So
Yeah, I think that was probably just before I joined in, because I think I've been on for close to an hour now.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I think right now my tinkering is done. I just gotta, like I said, I can set up scenes so that like we have nice little overlays and whatever, but it's just
Mhm.
I'm not gonna try to do it while I'm live streaming today, but
The 75 gallon that you said, it was a 75 behind the Hex, right?
Oh, it's a 55. Yeah, the one that's
It's
behind.
55.
Yeah,
You say that's a dirty tank? What you filter, do you?
I've got two dirted tanks.
Mm.
Both the Hex and the 155, the 55 that's behind it are dirted. That
Okay,
was that was
but you filtering from what I see, right?
yeah. I've got
Yeah, I can see the filter. Yeah.
I've got that, and then a sponge filter running at the other end of it too. So,
Yeah.
but I have it going across it so that so that it brings it around.
Yeah. 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 That's what I do all my tanks. Even the 125, I have 120. I have a spray bar, the return at the end, so that it will rotate, it'll circulate the water nicely. So that works
Right.
well. Yeah, I mean, there's been so much debate lately. No, well, not lately, forever probably. Almost like politics now in fish keeping regarding the dirty tank thing. I have
Yeah.
nothing against it. I really have nothing against it. It's just the extremes on anything, whether it's in politics, religion, or whatever. Any extremes, and you can do things whatever works for you. But it's like when people get hell bent on an idea, and this is the way you got to do it because this is the only way. That's where I kind of have some issues with it. But again, whatever could work for you. And I think I just think so many people in YouTube, we all do it for different reasons, but certainly some people more than others
Yeah.
have some motive behind it. You try to push something and say that your method is the right way, but you have to buy what I sell you to get it to work. That's
Right.
that's having an agenda behind what you do.
Yeah. And
What time is it now? Well, I have a clock here, but it doesn't seem to be moving.
let's see, I'm 12:38 my time.
Okay, let me know at 12:45 because I have to go back to work at that time because I don't see it on my phone now since I'm using my phone and I cannot see the real time.
Okay.
How long are you going on?
I go till 1 on here.
Yeah, I'll stay lurking once I get back to work because I can still, in some places, I can have an earpiece. And at
Okay.
this point, it's kind of not dying down, but it's slowing down. That's 6 a.m. when we start. So most of the cases have gone in, so it kind of starts slowing down a little bit the pace.
Yeah. So do you go what 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or?
Yes,
Yeah.
6 to 6:30, and on my area, we probably go through about 120 cases of surgeries a day, everything except children in this area.
Right.
So it's a constant turnaround and moving people out. So I rotate between doing pre-op and doing recovery room, so I can be one day here, one day there.
Wow.
But this is my primary job for 26 years. But I have a second job. I work in an emergency room, but I just work there by contracts. And the last one ended in December, the end of December. So I'm gonna be restarting another one again. I'm the only one at home that works, so I need the second job.
Yeah, that's how it is here. And I've been like, I fill in extra because I lost hours.
Yeah. Okay.
But they took away an hour and never went back to it. So I basically don't, I don't see 40 hours a week anymore. And so I've been filling in and, at other stores when they need it. And that my one buddy actually, whoops, there he goes.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
my
hear you.
alarm, my alarm just went off. The reminder alarm, the wake up alarm, but I still got a few minutes.
Yeah, you got about 5. So,
Yeah, yeah, we're good for now.
but it's we had they took that away, and then so I never got it back. So I've been filling in at other stores, and then I'm actually debating getting a second job. So
Mhm.
myself, because like I was saying earlier, nobody seems to want to hire my wife. She
Yeah,
goes through
no.
these interviews, and I'll hear them going through these phone interviews, and the minute they get that question, "Are you bilingual?" She's,
Why? Why? Yeah, what? I'm just making an assumption. Is the bilingual part Spanish, the second one,
I'm assuming
or is it
so.
some other language?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's Spanish. So
Wow. Hmm. Certainly New York City, the area where I am, is for me at least, it certainly is a plus being Hispanic because you know they don't want us interpreting even if it's your primary language, and but they always have phone interpreters everywhere. But certainly it helps,
right.
having a second language. But that's rough.
I know a gal she worked with me. She was a head cashier. She actually, and she'd come out and break me. She actually knows like 22 languages, I think, and she was going to school
Wow.
for it.
Damn.
But now she just sits at the courthouse and makes like $100 an hour waiting to translate. That's it.
That
If
is
they need a translator, they
that,
call her up and to that courtroom, and she goes. So
that's amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing. A lot of the times I find that I'm not allowed to. Sometimes you do, depending on what it is. I'm not allowed to translate for a doctor or an anesthesiologist. My own patients, they speak Spanish. Certainly, the conversation goes in Spanish. But a lot of the times, you hear people they interpreting in Spanish, and then I have to go back and correct them. I say, listen, he meant to say this, not what the way you interpret. Sometimes they don't 100% of the time do it correctly,
yeah,
and especially because they want to make sure that what you're understanding, if they're telling you about a surgical procedure or something else, make sure that they fully understand. Even when the surgeon herself or himself is Spanish speaking, they still get
right.
an interpreter. And I
Oh
said, that's
wow,
nuts.
yeah,
I said that's nuts because you have the language, the medical language, and to have somebody who is non-medical trying to interpret something, they may know some of the words, but some other thing they may miss a gist of the things when they interpret back. But that's weird though.
wow,
I think I have the same issue with my. We have. Well, this is from this marriage. I have a 9-year-old. My wife did not have children, so I figure I restart again. And I'm 63 now. My wife is younger. She's 40, going to be 47. It kind of happened that when I wasn't looking for somebody younger, but it happened that way. But we have our daughter is she's autistic, but very high functioning and totally normal in every sense. But when she was about 2 years, less than 20 months, she was having some seizures, but it was related. It was a febrile seizures. It was related to. She outgrew that, within the first few months, and she had a few of them. But I said, it's better if you stay home. We educate her. She's going to a regular school, but it was just better to take care of her at home. I said, you stay home. I worry about. She always wants to help and wants to work, but the thing is, like you said before, who's going to hire somebody who's available for 4 hours a day because she has to pick her up at school?
yeah,
And it's kind of a pain in the ass, When you want income, it's hard nowadays.
right. And my
Yeah, but
wife, she can run. She could probably go in and run any office, and
right,
and you know, from it doesn't she doesn't want to be a manager. She even tried to get in at Walmart for just part time, and which
yeah,
she was fine with, and it was like they wouldn't even hire her. So so
yeah.
as a cashier. So it's kind of like one of these things. I'm like, well, you know, you're almost 55. You might want to hit retirement and then maybe find something part-time, you know, that, you know,
Yeah.
maybe once they see you're retired, they'll say, oh, you know, they could have, you know, have her. I know like Menards has what they call morning stalkers. So
Okay.
you are at quarter till now, my friend. So
All right. So I'm gonna let you go. I'll keep listening in until you're done. But it was a pleasure hanging out with you.
and thank you. So, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right. I'll continue listening. We'll chat another time. All right. Take care. Everybody
Sounds
else in
good,
the
Jose.
chat.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Oh, check. All right. Good. All right. What is Video Ninja? He needs to make this an app. I'm telling you. We got sound on you, my friend. I just got to switch back over here. I just got to put a link in here. No, and there we go. Now you should be good.
Me?
Yes.
Well, look at that. It's working.
And I
All
can,
those years of tinkering, and you finally got what you're looking for.
yes, this is so awesome. If they made this an app that was on your computer, it would be so cool, Web.
Oh yeah. So you can't do this from from a laptop?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it through OBS right now.
Oh, okay. How's the audio? I can't see chat either. I see what Jose was saying. He can't see anything as far as I can tell yet. Anyway.
Yeah, your audio sounds really good,
Well, that's good.
and I can
I was
bring it
hoping
up.
it wasn't like
Yeah, are you wearing a headset?
no
No?
headset.
Okay.
It's just Bluetooth and through the truck.
Okay, because Jeff, we tried that. He did it through his phone last week too, and it seemed to. We've had no echo. When Geek Boy and I originally tried this, I want to say it was during COVID, and
So a long time ago.
yeah, I tried this Video Ninja when I first heard about it. You know, and I watched a couple of videos, and I was like, okay, well, I ended up setting it up. I must have it set up perfectly this time because it's, you know, I'm a separate link away from you guys on this. I have like a control room that I'm in, but that's it. You know, it's like, and it's
So
all.
do you need two screens for that? Do you need a second screen so you can see
No, I just
all the
like
other good stuff?
I have OBS set up like the way I have it set up now. I'm also this Video Ninja also has a thing called Social Stream Ninja, which is where I've been highlighting all my chats through. That's on OBS. So basically, I'm running everything through OBS. So I just have to every so often go back into my browser to see if there's anybody new. So
I was trying to catch you while you were still in there with Jose so that you wouldn't, go back to the main screen.
yeah, well, it doesn't.
I knew you were running out of time here.
Yeah, it doesn't affect it too much. So you guys have been pretty busy, huh?
Not in the last couple of months, but we're going to be working this weekend and probably next weekend. Just depends on how fast the guys go.
Okay.
It's a pretty big work order, and they like to do it on the weekend so that it doesn't affect the production. That we're expected to complete.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to do some.
Do you have control of my video at all?
You know what?
Like, can you can you zoom in on me, or is that
Oh,
something I would have to figure out how to do?
let me
Not,
go
not,
to that.
not like,
control.
not like put me up on the big screen, but like actually zoom so you're not looking at a steering wheel. Is that something that you can
Oh,
do, or is
okay.
that something I have to do?
I will see if I can here. We'll go into that control room and see if there. Scene option. Settings. I'm trying. Exposure. Focus. Zoom.
Hey, look at that. That's awesome.
That is cool. I didn't
Not
know I
that
could
you
do
want to
it.
look at me that close, but I was just wondering if you said you had control of the other guy, like their volume and stuff. I was just curious.
That is cool because I didn't know if it'd be better if it gave me like a little. I could probably pull back just a hair, but I'm going to leave it where it's at because from what I'm seeing on screen, it looks pretty damn. I got the steering wheel just in the upper right, but I don't have.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't have like a horizontal, like on mine. I actually, because I have a separate like web browser pulled up tab, I can actually go in and pull my vertical and horizontal to where I want it. So
Cool.
that would be a nice feature to add. Might have to ask them about that in their Discord.
Is that stuff that they work with the potential users with?
Mm-hmm. If I went in,
they actually listen to people.
Oh yeah, he's the guy that.
Unlike YouTube.
Yeah, and actually YouTube. I don't know if you heard me saying earlier. They have their own simulcast. If they came up with like I said, a way to bring guests up at the same time, nobody would ever leave YouTube. You know,
right?
Just simulcast.
Well, that's the case even now, right?
That's.
I mean, most people would prefer, I think, to just stream right from the source, but
yeah,
the source doesn't allow for guests. So,
like I've got the source. I'm the source. The way I'm doing it. Because I'm on Twitch and this. And the chat shows up in the side here, like so I can see like when somebody comes in from Twitch. And matter of fact, Mr. J saying hello, Nano Aquarium guy. Nice to see
Nano.
you.
What were we talking about overall today? Anything fun and exciting?
Some fish. We even got into a little bit of like, I had a guy from Russia come in on Twitch and he asked if we talk politics. And I said, no. He asked if I asked if he ever, he asked me if I'd ever been to Russia. And I'm like, no, sorry. I can't say the closest thing out of country I've been is out up in Canada. So we talked, the tank behind me, the Hex has actually become, I did a nice water change on it, got all the other fish that were the rasboras, I put them upstairs. And then I put it is the official Endler Hex tank. So it's going to be, yeah. So
are those the ones you got when I was with you, or did those
the guppies actually, the purple guppies are in there, the male's gone. So but the two females are in there with the Endlers and they will get her pregnant. So I added basically a strain in there is what I've done.
Yep.
And Layla's Layla's is doing good. So Jay and
I wanted to buy a couple 20-gallon tanks today. Nobody's got them around here.
Oh, really?
Nobody.
Wow.
I mean, I went all the way. I went as far away as Elgin. Nobody. They're all sold out everywhere.
They got a deal going on, or?
Well, it's the 50% off sale at Petka, where you can get them half price basically, and I was a little disappointed because I've got Cheryl is going to be bringing me. I still haven't even talked to her about price, but she's bringing me a handful of electric blue Acara.
Oh,
I
cool.
bought some threadfin from Jason, and there's always a better than fair chance that I'll be picking something else up, while I'm there walking around. I'm always on the hunt for the lemon cichlid, which I can never remember the scientific name for, but Neolampolosis something
Oh.
something.
Yeah, I can never say it either, so don't feel so bad. I'm horrible with the Latin names. So
Me too.
Tommy's back. Tommy's back, and he says, "LOL, I have 2 extra 20 longs."
20 longs. I think I can find the 20 longs. I was looking for the highs so that they take up less space,
Yeah.
front to back. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not tear it out, but clean out that closet that's in the hallway.
Right.
And I'm just going to turn that into a like an overstock grow out kind of room.
Okay.
Because now I've got all these Synodontis petricola babies. There's got to be 100 of them in there that eventually I need to pull because they're using up one of my quarantine tanks.
Jade. Tommy is Aquatic News Network, Jose.
And Tommy is not around the corner from where we live there, Johnny.
No. He's in Texas, right? Yeah.
Texas. He's a Texas boy.
Yeah, he's in Texas.
That's more than a little bit of a drive.
Curtis is coming up from Texas, isn't he? He's from Texas, isn't he?
Okay, we got it down now. Tommy, give those tanks to Curtis, and then I'll get them from him.
There you go. Oh, Jay is Jay Texas too? Nano Aquarium guy? I don't know.
To be honest, I am not good with where people are.
Yeah.
I know where you're at. I know where Tommy is just because he said it multiple times and it stuck. I'm not 100% sure where Curtis is. He might be Texas. He might be over by the Peas somewhere.
Okay.
Louisiana. He's south. I know that for sure. Although I thought he was over in California when I first started watching his show, his channel. And if he's giving Cheryl a ride, she must be in
the same place there.
Yeah, it must be close enough. Either on the way or already down there.
Okay. Trying to pull you back just a hair.
I thought I was frozen for a second there.
No, you're good. There
Everything
we go.
on my end was locked.
Oh.
But it's working.
Pull it back in again.
So you're not sure you're going to go, huh? Why are you thinking you won't get home till 7?
Well, if it gets done at 4.
What are you planning on doing? Like camping out over there?
Well, if it gets done at 4.
You don't got to stay till 4.
Yeah, true that.
I'm usually home by 3.
Oh. Well, you don't stay.
I don't stay the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I go. I do a lap or 2 or 3. Until I'm pretty satisfied that I've seen what I need to see. I don't want to sit there and shoot the crap with Jason the whole time because he's trying to make a living and
right
and sell things to the customers and whatnot. So I don't want to be just standing there talking to him.
I would like to bring Layla because Layla and Foxy have never, they've only met over the screen and that's it, and
right.
And she,
Did I just, am I still here?
yeah, you're still on.
Okay, I just got a window. See, I just got a window pop up that says multi-window closed. So
Oh,
something overheated.
let's see here.
But if it's working, it's working. I'm not touching anything.
Jay is south, but not Texas. Discord. Oh, he's in Florida, South Florida. Jay is.
Oh, wow, he's way down there.
Curtis is north central USA, not Texas. Okay, so he must be closer to.
Okay, that makes more sense. See, now, originally I thought he was in California, and then I thought he was in close to my daughter somewhere over there near Kansas City, because I thought him and MNC were in the same vicinity, at least maybe not in the same town, but kind of like us, where we're not too god awful far apart.
Yeah.
But he has mentioned that Holy Rock is almost free in Texas, because that's where it comes from.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, the trip down and back would definitely not be free.
Yeah. You think Curtis is in Illinois?
Not Illinois, Kansas City by my daughter somewhere.
Okay.
Either Missouri or Kansas.
Yeah, Tommy was saying he thought he was in Illinois. That's okay.
Skull?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But again, I am not good at remembering where people are. So.
I was probably off on it too. So.
I mean, this whole time I thought Scotty the fish freak was in Pennsylvania somewhere, and it turns out he's, I think, in Maine or something. I'm not even sure where he's at, but he's definitely not in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
He made that clear, but he goes to the Pennsylvanian swap, part of that whole thing, that Bucks County thing, I think. So I don't get how that all works, unless it's kind of like Iowa, where everything's really close to, the Quad City kind of thing.
Right. Tommy says, let me pull it up here. He says, you got to go to Glen Rose area for that Holy Rock, South Central Texas, about 2 hours south of him to get Holy Rock.
Like in bulk?
I'm assuming.
Or just to find it on the ground somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could just go out and pick it up, but that crap is expensive up here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was making all sorts of things last night, in OBS. Oh my God, I was up until 12:30. I'm like, oh shit, I got to get to bed so that I can get up in time to give Layla a kiss goodbye, because that's our Friday routine when she goes to school. So to find it on the ground, yeah, that's where you have to go, by Glen Rose.
Gotcha.
A lot of different landscape in Texas, he says. So how much do you believe that Aaron Rodgers is coming to Pittsburgh?
I have a feeling it's going to happen.
You think so?
I really don't want it to happen, but what I want and what happens are seldom the same thing. So
right.
But yeah, it's looking like, unless he flakes out and goes somewhere else, everything I'm reading, all the different ex-players and stuff, that are on the TV talking about it, they all seem to think it's like 85% he's going to go there, and 10% that he retires, and then breaks down even further, going someplace else. And then I saw, what did I see yesterday? I saw that Dak Prescott had been signed by the Steelers. I'm like, no, please, God, no. And turned out that was not true.
Oh. If it'll let me drop this into there. Oh, there we go. Now
What are we doing?
I made an adjustment on the scene so that it would show the whole thing across. It goes across you, but at least people could read what I was highlighting, because it said
oh, okay.
It says Tommy, Orlando's 4 hours north. He says he wants to know exactly when you're visiting. Northfolk, thank you for coming. I actually subscribed you earlier today during Roxanne's stream. So
that's Melvin, right?
Is that Melvin?
That is Melvin.
Quit the name change, Melvin.
Yeah. No, I love it. I just he had me on this one though. It took me forever to realize that was him.
I'm just teasing, Melvin. I was wondering what happened to him. I feel bad about Shady Grady, finding out so late. Like, what the hell?
Right.
I knew he was sick.
He wasn't even really sick. He just had that bum leg.
Yeah, but like you were saying,
as far as any of us knew.
Yeah, but like you last night, it was like, I thought it was kind of like the Rico thing, where he didn't want to talk to anybody or stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, because that could be, he's been dealing with that leg for over a year, and I would imagine it'd be a little bit depressing and everything. So I thought, well, maybe he just isn't, in the mood to talk to anybody. So I would just, like, every week or so, once a week or roughly, I'd send him a text just saying, thinking about you, hope everything's okay, that sort of thing. And it clearly wasn't. But I didn't know that at the time. It took Scotty Googling it, and I don't know what he actually Googled for, if he just put the name in or what he did, but
right. Yeah, it was. I was like shocked.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it shut us down. We were like, we had played D&D, and we were all just in the back room, in the backstage, talking basically just about whatever. And I think Ed brought up Shady, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I've shot him, I don't know, a half dozen texts that he hasn't replied to. And that's when we were like, oh, I hope he's okay, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Scotty's like, oh, I know what happened.
Yeah, he was very much like Myrtle. He was in everybody's stream, always showing support. It was,
he was just a super nice guy too. Still is. I mean, I'm sure wherever those energy forces have gone, he's still a good guy. It's just not here.
Right. Yeah, and then what Lisa from NJ, she's been having issues, so it's fish, and then the people that you and I shared the links out for the Discord for the fundraiser. I shared it out in the Discord. So
and the metalheads, although they weren't fish fan people, but
right.
Metalheads have friends that their home burned to the ground.
Yeah, and apparently they did have fish tanks. So
yeah, they went in after the fact and rescued a bunch of them that actually survived.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, because that house was totaled. So
Right. I mean, how does that happen?
and
How does the glass not break in the heat? And
or they just burn, or they boil. It's like,
right.
oh, where are you at now?
I just pulled up to the job site.
Ah, okay.
I was out for lunch.
Right.
So I don't want to keep you if you wanted to hang up, or if you're conserving time or whatever. I don't know how this one works. I know StreamYard only gives you so many hours.
This gives you unlimited, my friend.
No kidding.
And I can have unlimited people up here too. It's all based on your web. It's web browser to web browser. So it's it's a peer-to-peer thing. So it's one of these things that, like, if somebody has really slow internet, which I think Jimmy had that problem. I don't know how he is now, but a few years ago when COVID started, he was starting to. It would be a case that it might be a little lag, but
I think Jimmy's just slow. Period.
Well, that's
just
funny.
kidding, Jimmy. Just kidding, Jimmy. Did you see he's got a new channel?
Yeah, I did. I think I'm subscribed to it. So
I did once I knew it was him. I didn't. It's something like Jimmy's Auto something or whatever. And I just flat out asked. I said, "Is this the Jimmy P?" He's like, "It sure is."
Yeah, somebody like this week ended up joining my Patreon, and I don't know the name. I sent him a thank you. It was like a couple weeks ago. And I sent the thank you to him, and so I made a Patreon page, and that I can do before my outro, and I was like, and I highlight my Patreons, but it was like, so now I had to take my locals from Rumble, which I was going to use for memberships, to take it back over to Patreon, so that make that the official. Thank God I didn't tear it down.
Right.
But it's cool because I found out they started gifting of the Patreons too. So it would
like on YouTube.
Yeah. So you can do it like I popped a link into the stream, and it has a way you could gift, if I use Patreon as my memberships, which is what my intention is now, to try and stay to keep it.
What have I been tipping you through?
Stream Elements, which I still have. I use that for the tipping part. So that's, so. You turn yourself vertical?
I did, just for a second. I was
okay. I was like, whoops! I thought I had you set for horizontal or square at least.
I saw a shiny squirrel, and I forgot I was on.
Squirrel.
Yeah, I didn't realize I only do Patreon through Ben Ochart and Jeremy from Aquarium Domain, because I can't do memberships or premium or anything through YouTube or Google Pay until I break down and give them all my personal information.
Well, I think once you hit your hours, you'll have to give your info, because they'll have to have somewhere to send it to. So
right, and that's what Rico told me, and so I'm like, yeah, I suppose. So I'll probably do it. I just irks me, that I mean, I don't know how many years I had gone without having to do it, and now all of a sudden it's a big deal. What?
Yeah. I mean, you're using your credit card on there to do it anyhow, so what's the big deal?
Right. It's my credit card, it's my PayPal, and neither one of those things are broken. It's your media that doesn't allow me to do it. Not yours.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but and it's funny because I just did like to get my hours go rolling. Tommy had suggested like to do like he does like a compilation thing over on his Rumble page, where he takes his live streams and he puts them together for like 6 hours, and just lets them run in one stream. So I just set up a premiere for like, people go to it, they go to it. If they don't, they don't.
Is that here or on Rumble?
That's on YouTube. And then I'm downloading it to slap it over to Rumble.
Yeah, I need to start doing something like that too at some point, because
yeah,
my hours aren't riding high very much.
Right.
And now I've crossed over that year mark at some point in January. So all the stuff that I have accumulated in January, February is gone. It falls off the edge of the table, right?
Yeah. Oh, Tommy, I actually dropped. He said, "Yep, screen share your you're watching your live playlist. Take the playlist from live and and run it, and then just share the screen." But I actually downloaded the videos and then slapped them together and keyed in live real quick.
Good Lord, how long did that take?
Actually, it took 50 minutes to render. I went to bed thinking it was going to take 2 hours because it was showing it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go to bed and, if something happens. But like to download them didn't take long at all. But I got good internet speeds too, which helps.
Yeah, clearly.
And Comcast just upgraded us for our uploads. So I'm running like 150.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I think they did that for us too, though.
So
I got something via email saying that they had increased.
So like when we're streaming like this, we're downloading and up, like, when you're viewing, you're downloading, but like us as streamers, we're sending it out up, which is up. We're sending our stream up on upload speeds. And then like what I'm seeing on my TV saying next to me is being downloaded. So it's, you get a kind of two-way street going, like two-lane highway. So, so you want to have good internet in order to be able to stream, because you have to, which is something I didn't have at the beginning because I was on T-Mobile. Yep. It's definitely after 2 hours. I had it snoozed right at like 2 minutes till when I started, but it, so you're going up and down, even when you're watching a video, you're downloading mainly, but you're sending information back up for, say, Netflix or whoever to give you a good stream, to make sure you're getting the right speeds and for what quality you can get. And
interesting. I'm not sure what's going on with my StreamYard, if it's on my end or theirs, but my StreamYard keeps locking up on me, and it's not for like minutes at a time, but it's just like for 10, 15 seconds, all of a sudden, I'm getting the circle of death on all the people that are on my stream, and I'm like, man, I was in the middle of something there.
Hello,
That's inconvenient.
UIO is here. He was new to me.
I don't know who that is.
Subscribed him yesterday. And Tommy, if you're still here, can you pop his link in real quick so we can people can subscribe him?
What if we don't like him?
Well, we're Fish Fam. We like everybody.
Oh, that's right.
Well, okay. I shouldn't say we like everybody, but we're at least cool enough to be civil with them.
Unless your name is Jimmy P, and then we're not.
Then we just harass him. That's what he likes. He likes that.
It wouldn't feel right if we were all nice to him.
I bet he'd be like, "What the hell's going on here?" I guarantee you, if you told him to bend over where you were going to spank him, he'd be like, "I've been a bad boy."
Hey, there I am.
I love Jimmy. I miss him to death. So
Yeah, he just made an appearance yesterday on Ed's stream. I don't know if you saw that or not.
no, I missed
That's
it.
where I mean, he didn't come up or anything, but he was in the chat. That's how I found out that he had changed channels again, or created a new channel. Because I went to his channel and I wasn't subbed, so it wasn't like he just changed the name. He created a whole new one.
Tommy UIO. He's on YouTube.
Should I be able to see him?
Are you seeing the chat in a separate window or something?
I opened up on my laptop your YouTube. I don't see him. Is he not on YouTube?
Yeah, he's showing on YouTube. No, he's showing on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't see him.
There we go.
You sure he's not on Twitch? Oh, there he is.
Yep.
No, I got him.
I was wondering if there was a small delay or something.
Go to the channel.
There we go. Tommy got him. There we go.
Got him. I don't have to mess with it.
No, Tommy got it. Thank you, Tommy. And hopefully we can get him some more subscribers. So
cool.
There we go.
I don't know what I did. Why won't that go away? There it goes.
Yeah, I know when I get done, I'm going to have to do some tampering around with this stuff here so that I can get everything in line, so that all I got to do is click to where I want to go and, have a main scene with guests and just main scene with just me where I can go and just, but like right now I've got it actually set so that like you're like cutting me off. So like if I went to the, I
can see on YouTube, you give me more of a box than you have.
Yeah. I could move it if I needed to. So.
It's weird.
Here, let's go like this. Shift. And there we go. Transition it over. And there we go.
There's a hell of a delay, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with, I mean, I know there's always a delay, but.
Yeah. Gonna pop it up on the audio here real quick and see.
I need to quit looking over there because you're looking in my ear hole.
That was probably too appropriate to be showing. Hey, I can get away. I actually, Lindsay and I just became friends on Facebook, so I could follow her band.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It took me a minute to figure out who Lindsay was.
Your cousin.
I know who she is.
Yeah.
Now, it just took me a second.
It was funny because it took me, like, I'm like asking these people, I'm like, okay, so who of you is it that's related to Whip? And then they're like, oh, not me. I don't even know who Whip is, like that. And then all of a sudden they go, there's only one other person. So we walked over and they said, are you related to a guy called Whip? She goes, yeah, that's my cousin. And she, so yeah, she, we became friends really quick, and we stuck around for a bit to watch their band. And
yeah, they're pretty good.
We are doing good, UIO. The guy on the right is Whip of Whip's World.
Yep, that's me.
My neighbor.
Kind of a neighbor.
Yeah. We're about, 45 minutes apart, right?
Oh, at least. I would say probably 50 to 60. Because you're north of 14, right?
Yeah. There we go. I will put his channel in there. UIO, there's a thing called fishfam.link. If you went to it, you can get all these people that were all linked together. And actually, I think I have it on my website. I have a link to my social. Oh, he got to it already.
Yep. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
There we go. Yep, that's what I'm about. I'm about helping each other out. So
There, I'm right. I followed you right back.
that's cool. So yeah, like the way I'm looking at it, if I just did one person or even two, I could like, you know, like I said, I would have to go in. I'd have to be able to go in real quick just to make the scholars, or I could actually just make a scene that has, like I said, individual little squares already set up, and then I just slap the links into them, and because it gives me
cool.
it gives me a new link every time somebody comes into the control room. So, and that control room is a permanent link that I have, you know, that I just go to, and I have it bookmarked. So, you're in the goldfish, okay, cool. There's a lot of us that are. Trying to think who was Joey. He was on Father Fish's channel for a long time.
Oh yeah, she. You said Joey, and I went to the
Sweet Acre.
yep.
No, not Sweet Acres.
Sweet Acre. Yep. Sweet.
Oh, Sweet Acre.
No, yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's Koi. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the
What was
Christine.
her name?
Christine is, yeah, Christine's in the koi. God, I can't remember what her channel was off the top of my head. Well, if you go to
I
the
don't even remember where to go.
Yeah, just go to the fishjam.link, and it's like I said, there are so many channels that that you could add and subscribe to, and most of those people will subscribe back. So I wish I could remember that channel.
Maybe I can do it in a minute.
Yeah, I couldn't remember it. I'd have to see it off the top of my head. No. So I'll show you how good the audio is off with this that I'm using from my microphone. How clear is that?
Maybe I can do it. Oh, I hear my dumbass.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I can't hear you, but I can hear me.
Yeah, well, it just happened to, it was on the part where we were just talking about Joey's page and you were trying to find it. But like I only have, that volume is only at, what the hell am I at on there?
What's that?
10.
Out of 100 or out of 10? 10 out of 10 or 10 out of 100?
I think it's 25. Join the Discord where we talk everything fish. Oh, I'm making a resource in a resource area. I'm making Discord like a list of Discord channels, a list of resources, you know, of places to go to that, you know. So if, you know, I'm trying to get people, like, if they know something that they want added to the resource list, let me know and I'll add it, you know, that we have like one spot to go to.
Weird. I got 2 bunny vipers. Do you have 2 bunny vipers that you're following?
You know what? Let me go look.
One of them is it's Viper without the capital V.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I haven't heard from her. She's another one I haven't heard from in a while.
She's been battling some serious demons.
Stuff. Yeah. I only have one that I see that I'm subscribed to. The one with the blue logo for the fish.
Yeah. Is it?
The one without it.
Is it
Bunny
capital
Viper.
V or not a capital V?
It's a capital V separated.
Yeah.
At the handle is Bunny Viper Aquatics 2108.
08. Yeah. I've got that one, and I've also got one that's just her initial as a logo, and it's Bunny Viper 9593.
Oh, wow.
I probably should have unsubbed that one.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm going to guess that's not her.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Did you look it up on Fish Fam to see if there's two there?
No, I literally, while I was looking to see if that name from Joey's channel popped it in, and I said, hey, why are there two of them?
It's funny. I got Fish Fam link in my social medias folder in my bookmark.
Oh, and then the EJ was there for a little bit too, right? Was that EJ that was part of the father fish after Joey left?
Yes. Or Mary.
Well, Mary was first.
Yeah.
She was over there first.
It was Joey, then Mary. Mary, then EJ. And then there was that other B. God, I can't remember. She did one on. I haven't seen anything from her either. She's out of.
There was the one that had the baby and disappeared.
No, she was out of Florida. B. Seabees or something like that. Here, first, let me.
I'm sure this is captivating to your audience.
It's all right. Okay, no. On Fish Fam, it's only showing one for Bunny.
Okay, I will.
That was the
scroll
one.
Back and.
Yeah. Cassie B. That's it. She was on there for with before. I think it was before EJ or maybe slightly after. I can't remember which.
Well, there was that little gal that was like
Dina. She's on there now.
No, this was it was EDHD, something like that.
Yeah, it's EJ is who you're thinking of.
No,
yeah.
no, that was the blonde, right?
Oh,
she was a blonde.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that came on, maybe before or after, and she was just a tiny little gal, and she had a baby.
Oh,
what is the affliction people are with? The HDDV or whatever it is.
Oh, ADHD. Yeah. Emily.
Emily.
Yeah. That's who it was. Yeah, she was on there for a small stint too. So I agree with Tommy on this. There's only one real bunny viper.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if she had created another account for some silly reason.
Yeah, Bunny. It was Mary, then EJ. Yeah, I miss Mary. It's Joey too.
Mary is. I hear. I haven't gone there myself because I don't do TikTok, but I believe she's still pretty heavily involved over there. If you.
Oh, okay. Is she doing fish stuff on there, or is it? I know she was getting into some rock, like rocks and stuff. So. Geology.
Right, I have unsubbed the imposter bunny.
Bunny imposter.
80 whatever.
UIO, where are you out of? We can get to know you a little bit.
There it is. ADHD Aquatics. That's who came on.
Yeah, actually, I have her on Facebook. She's running her and her husband are running like heating and cooling business. So I loved her. She was she was very big pictured when it came to her fish. Yeah, where are you from? You don't have to give like if you're in the States, you can just.
No, we need your address. and your social security number and your banking information.
Don't say social security stuff, man. You know what that's gonna lead to, dude.
She might have pulled herself off YouTube because nothing is popping in my brain.
Oh, I think she did. Okay, yeah, well, that's cool because we have Andrew who usually does It's Fishy, or no, is that right? Is that what the channel name is still? Yeah,
yeah,
Fishy.
now
it's Fishy. He does bingo and stuff like that. He's injured, so he's not why he's doing it.
Well, he doesn't normally go now anyway, does he?
No, normally he goes before me on Fridays.
Yeah, he goes between you and Foxy, right?
Yeah, but and I think he only took that spot because you were trying to do an early stream and then ended up because of work had to you had to keep canceling, so you stopped doing the 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, he was there, but he wasn't on. How the hell did that play out? I don't even remember how that played out. There was the spot was open on Fish Fam Link, so I took it, and then the next thing I know, he's on that same time slot, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're on every day, but you're gonna take the one slot that was open, and so I just said, you know what?
That's kind of like the day that I blew off, and like, and I have no ill will against John, even KG from doing that stream that day, but I don't know if it was just like that one time that just like I don't know if it just like that little thing that like boom. And I know they don't do it all the time, but it was like who's like ADHD's. I don't know if
I don't know that she's active anymore. I haven't seen anything.
She does still have some, I think they're personal fish and stuff. She sold most everything off, so she doesn't sell them anymore. The Fish Fam link, basically you can send them an email with what info you want showing on your page for your channel, and they'll actually post a link to your, like they'll make a link to your channel. So like mine is
and all your media, like if you're on Facebook and yeah.
If you have other social medias, like basically that's where I, like I send everybody to that spot so that, to go for all my social links. And actually I can put all like my Discords in there, the Patreon's in there. It's basically free web hosting. The only thing, like the only hosting I pay is I pay 2 domain names for MyFishTanksAquatics and MFTAQ.com. Both of them are 2 separate ones. They're both .coms, and I use Blogger through Google because it's free. So that I can have a blog and I can send, I could post like the Fish Fam link, I could put it at the bottom, if I wanted to, I could put their logo at the bottom saying, "Oh, proud member of Fish Fam Link," which is what I should do to get more people to go there. But I don't. What I like about that Blogger is people can go and they can comment on my blogs that I put up and a lot of it's just mainly like shows that I'm doing. So, but yes, I don't think she's that active. So
I'm looking at her. Like her last video was 9 months ago.
Yeah. Okay, so you found her channel?
Yeah, she's ADHD has a channel, but I don't know about Joey. I can't find Joey.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. That's the problem. It was.
It had something to do with horses and stuff, right?
Yeah, something acres. and she doesn't show up. Like I used to see her a lot over at Catfish Terry's, but he hasn't gone early morning. Like I used to, when I started at 5, he was always running. Like he would just be starting up. So I would watch his stream and I would see Joey and her sister and Eric Burlow.
Oh yeah.
And Steve. God, I can't even. I haven't seen him in a while. Then there was the Boston dude, Beantown, whatever his name is. He the one that dated Adele. But they were different countries, so it was kind of
weird, a little bit awkward. Not awkward, but just difficult.
Very long. Oh, but then God, when he did something to her, and she lit into his ass on Facebook. I was like, whoa.
Hey, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I appreciate you letting me. I just wanted to see how this works. I'll talk to you all later.
Yeah.
I got my guys coming up right now, so
all right.
We'll talk to you all later.
Thanks, brother. Nice seeing you. Bye.
Yep. Later.
Whatever, real quick and make sure. Whoops. Damn it. Oh, Johnny, John. Oh, did it stay? Okay. No. There we go. That was messed up. Oh, damn it. There we go. Got myself back in there. Audios, no audio source. We need. There we go. Now I should be good. Now I'm back in there. And hopefully you guys can still hear me in there because I took myself off. Audio source. All right. Transition. Now I should be good. Okay, good. I didn't lose myself. Sounds like. I went to check make sure that he was able to get off okay. And so again, guys, yeah, well, that's how I'm doing my memberships. I'm not monetized for memberships. And I'll probably keep them this way after the fact. So if, I have one member on there, which you'll see. I'm going to roll the members at the end before I shut down. So, and you can gift memberships. It's pretty cool. So, and that's how we're going to do Patreon. All right, I'll try, if you don't mind, UIO, I'll try to remember your name and go by that. We're personable like that, so. All right, we went till almost 2 o'clock, so I don't know, did anybody else go? I know Graham will be coming up in an hour. And I have to, I'm waiting to hear, so I haven't set up a stream. I'm going to just set one up that we are going. I may change it if we don't. My granddaughter was supposed to start practice this weekend of her first. It's the last session of soccer for her. So that is a hexagon tank that's behind me. You don't mind? Okay, good. That is a hexagon, 25-gallon hex, dirted tank, and it has Amazon swords, sponge filter, and I think that's all I got in there. I was going to do crypt at the same time, but they weren't doing well. So I just let the Amazon sword in there. It's dirted, but I do water changes. I don't run, and it's been dubbed, a lot of people like to name their tanks. It's been dubbed the Endler Hex. So the one that you see behind it with the hang on the back filter, that's going across a 55-gallon right over where my finger is there. That's a 55-gallon, and that has a hang on the back and a sponge. The hang on the back goes across, it exits going across so that it brings stuff around, and I do water changes on that too. On my dirted tanks, I know it's people, there's a lot of controversy about dirted tanks. I won't lie. Do you keep discus in a dirted tank? I don't feel you should. Unless you have a way to keep your water 100% clean. They need to clean. I get it. I just don't hate. I hate seeing controversy between multiple channels like this, and but they got to do what they got to do, and I'm all good with that. But I do water changes. There's a lot of people that do dirted tanks that don't do water changes. There was a point in time I didn't. I won't lie. I'm not going to hide it. I went quite a while and just did top offs, but I just think dirted tanks do better with water change. That's just my opinion. So, it's just how I am. I just kind of feel like water changes are good. It's good for the fish. It's good for the plants. But I did a real hefty one to get that tank, the hex, looking as good as it is right now. So, all right, I am going to run for the last 10. Looks like we're at 147. So I'm going to run it out here, and I might as well finish it out. I'm gonna make a stream. He said he should be good to go, so I'm gonna kind of bank on it because I don't have a stream made for it, and I don't want to do it on the fly. I want to at least give it a couple hours to get out, maybe get notifications. I try to go so that I can send this over, get the link out for Steven's stream over at Stephen P. Stream McStreamy, the McStreamy Friday night stream. So, I try not to go over people. I know I did last week, and I went over Graham, and I feel, and if Graham happens to be watching and lurking, I so extremely am sorry. I hate going over people, but and I know there's so many of us not to worry about it, but it's still, I'm glad I did, only because of the fact that I found a way to bring up guests. I can do all this live streaming stuff for free. CC actually encouraged me to start looking for guests to do it, to try out that Video Ninja, because she's done it before herself. She said she had good luck with it. So I kind of like, okay, I watch a guy on Tuesday nights. I think it's Tuesday night or Wednesday night. He does like a video usually every other day during the week, and maybe every day. And then does a live stream where he has little gadgets, like you could, a point redemption system, which is all stuff I'm going to be doing. going to be a point redemption system for when, you know, like I said, I just got to get my scenes kind of set up to be good. What I might do is just get rid of my guest stream and move that camera into the same, so I can make, I got to figure it out. But yeah, and I just redid that tank last week. I did a deep water change and the plants. So Mr. Melvin popping in there. So like I said, anybody who joins the membership, the Patreons, the memberships, I only charge $2 a month. It's pretty dirt cheap. So and you want a tip, pop a link here across for us. If you just want a tip, you're only tipping like $1, go ahead and tip or whatever, you know. So did you try the two that Bentley was talking about in his stream the other night, the 2-net method? That seems to work pretty good. I take my time, so should come across here soon. It is actually right up above where UIO gave his real name. That's, you know, the tipping link is there. I basically run on a budget. Everything goes back into the channel. So I tried with a scoop and cup. Oh, and 2 nets. Yeah, guppies are super quick. I think at one point in time I was taking a small one over on because a lot of these guppies, I had a lot of them, and it was funny and their guppies, they're so wanting food so bad. I would literally just put my hand up by the tank and they would come up and I would go whoosh, and scoop some up. I think there's a couple fry in there. I'm hoping it's not a male female, but you know, I do see a couple fry. So yeah, they are super quick, CC. And CC, thank you again. You're the one that inspired me to push to try that last week when I did that stream that you were saying you worked with the Video Ninja before. I was like, okay, if she's done it. I know others that do it on a weekly basis. There's got to be a way to make this work. I just did 2 people without a headset. Or 3 people without a headset. So what you do is set up your camera and stuff separately and then enable your links and stuff in the control room part and then bring them in through the control room. And you're there as a director with, I could use that solo link if I wanted to, but like you can talk on that in that control room. So, but again, thank you for your pushing me to make sure I try this. You know, I kind of feel like I'm the one in Fish Fam that like, okay, I like trying things. I don't mind it. You know, I like trying things out to see. But Whip has told me many times, he goes, get away from the tinkering. I've had other people tell me, get away from the tinkering. I need to tinker on the side, run private streams, check things out, and then maybe do a video on them. I don't know, to try and help. But this is all free. This is all free. This is cool. Well, the other thing to do, like when I was doing the water change, the thing I got to watch out for with this tank, the water changes, these guys, They love to get near that goddamn, because they're so inquisitive. The endlers, they love going near the hose and then the sorry, they get sucked up. So yeah, this is really, I mean, this has really made it nice. I mean, I was able to do some quick, works. A couple times I popped it, like when I'm here like this, I literally just, when I'm here up by myself, I just took it and just moved it. So it's given me so many more things that I can do. I've recorded video with it. Went and got myself in that thing and attached and went, and nobody knows the link to that one. So all right, guys, we're 5 minutes away. So yeah, I don't use PVC. I'm using the old hose from my the one that had the ball in it, the Python. So I just used the hole and I suck water through it. I actually, what I've done in the past to keep them out is put my smaller fish net over the end and just hold my hand down in the water. But when I need to get deeper, I gotta, but then that keeps the fish away because they see my hand, so it kind of keeps them away. But it fills up. Well, if I'm just pulling water, I should be okay because I don't have a lot of, as you can see, there's not a lot of leaves. I already got to do a water change just because of what I'm seeing. I don't, when I'm low, like I'm low on all my tanks. So this one, not quite as bad, but all right. Thank you. I'm going to say replay crew, lurkers, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And mods, thank you for everything you've done. And I appreciate y'all for being here today. It has been definitely a fun one. And I'm getting more and more excited about things. I just got to do some tampering around and do some thinking to figure out how I can get this where I can just click things. I was trying with nested scenes, so it didn't work out that way. So, and Jose Whip, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it. Well, I think we're going to make Friday's open panel for the most part. Once like I said, once I get things situated, it'll be quicker. And it'll be cool. We'll have fun with it. So thank you all. Appreciate you for coming. And don't forget to join the Discord. And again, all our links are at FishFam Link. So FishFam Link / MyFishTanksAquatics. You can join the Patreon and all that there. So thank you all. And we'll talk to you later on the next one.